Hi, this is MC1 Gamer. Welcome back. I've got a little bit of a different thing for you today. I have been kind of roped in, not kicking and screaming, but pushed in a little bit to dress up this year in a costume, and my son and my wife have decided we're going to be Batman villains. So my wife is going to be she's going to be Poison Ivy, and she's got a great costume. And my son is going to be the Riddler with a cute bowler hat and a question mark cane, which is awesome. But I was chosen to be, guess what? What do you think I was chosen to be? Just taking a look at what I have here. I was chosen to be Mr. Freeze. So there isn't a Mr. Freeze costume, and there's only costumes that I guess cosplayers have made. So I've gotten a little bit of guidance from some things I've seen on the internet and bought a whole bunch of materials. So I figured I'd do a video of what I've got, what I'm making, how I'm making it, and I'll show you an after picture as well. So let's just take a look and see. I mean, I've just a lot of stuff from around the house and a lot of stuff that I've bought. I've got some of this rigid plastic card, some cardboard, you know, a lot of extra stuff that I can bring, I can cut up, you know, design. This is pretty much the mainstay, which is these conch plant covers. I got a few of them. They weren't too cheap, but they work pretty well. They'll probably go right up to about my mouth area, my chin area. But they're pretty good. But you know, there's little holes in the top here. But you know, you need to be able to breathe. So there's a whole system on how to actually make this work so that you can actually breathe with your head in there. The bucket is actually going to be cut up. I'm going to have cuts around here. So my shoulders, that's where my shoulders are going to be. And I'm going to cut this piece here. This will be the frontal piece there. I'm going to have a mesh screen that I'll be able to breathe through. And then this will fit pretty much exactly right on there. So that's where my head will be. My mouth will probably be right there. And I'll have it removable. But there's a whole ton of components. So let me pull some of this stuff out. I've got Plastidip. I wanted to get some gray Plastidip that I could kind of make look a little metallic with some dry brushing. Hey, if the Warhammer painting skills come into play. But I got this black stuff. And this stuff's supposed to be pretty good. It's kind of like a rubberized paint. So this will seal stuff up as I make it. I've got, let's see, I've got a fan that's going to go on the back that's going to help with the airflow, and I've got these little pieces for a 9-volt battery to connect to this to make that run. Just one battery should make it run all night. Clear blue folder. This is, you'll see what this has in a second. I got a couple of tubes. These tubes are going to be cool. I'm going to have couple of tubes coming out of here and here going around, all right, to the back. And in the back we're gonna have this jug. Tubes will go into the side here, and this jug will be empty, but it's gonna be attached here to the back. I'll have a tube coming out in the top that'll actually go to the actual gun. And this coloration will go on the inside, and when illuminated with a light from underneath, and let's see where that is. I've got one just like this. It's out. Let's see if I can find it. There we go. Bear with. There we go. So it'll be kind of like this. They're covered in that, and it's going to give a nice blue glow, so it'll look like that's my engine of cold. That I'll have this coming out of there and going into the gun that I'm going to make. So there's those materials. Got an extra one of these for a chest piece, and these are pretty cool. You know, they just tap on and off. Those are the kind of things you stick underneath your countertops just to illuminate. And they work out really well. Good for like an Iron Man chest piece too, but I'm going to be using this for something different. I got some straps that I think probably are the wrong ones, but maybe I'll find something different so I can strap and adjust this, with the backpack. Again, I'm going to use this bucket to cut up, and I'm going to cut the center here. Oh, actually, don't get to that. Got these awesome gloves. Reminds me of Who Framed Roger Rabbit when the bad guy, Christopher Lloyd, pulled his hand into the dip. But this will be these nice, awesome gloves. I've got some wire, some glow wire that will illuminate, that will glow the internal of this, line the bottom of the headpiece. Also run up and down the length of the tubing coming out into the gun, and it doesn't just glow, it could also pulse. So let's see if we can see this. Yeah, so it can also pulse a little bit. So we'll figure out how I'm gonna do that. I might get an extra one of those, so I have a couple of options. I've got some fabric, like 6 feet of cotton fabric that I'm gonna wear almost like a tabard, which is gonna be underneath this stuff, and I'll belt it off. And I like that this is already blue because he's supposed to be like black, blue, and silver. A couple other things. This I'm just using as like an outline for where I'm gonna cut. Got some Velcro strips, some hot glue tubes. This is going to be interesting. I've got, there we go. Let's pull some of this stuff out here. So I've got some Velcro strips I'm going to use. I'm probably going to need a few more of them. These are my glasses. They look awesome, and the only thing is when you look through them, any illumination, any glow does not show up because I guess it's countered by the color of the lens, the way the lens works. But they look great. They're perfect for the look of Mr. Freeze. This looks nice and, I don't know, steampunkish, I guess, as some kind of a mechanical thing. I'm going to cut this piece out here. That way I can breathe through it, and then the fan will be in the back around here, so it'll create an airflow of air going through, help me breathe, but also help these things not fog up. And then this one, I saw somebody actually do this on a suit. I have an old iTouch. I don't even know if it works. But this is going to attach to my arm. And let's see if I can get this done with one hand. Here we go. So this will go in here. All right, and I'll have some kind of screen that looks, I don't know, like a technical readout, and put that on my forearm. Something that's gauging, I guess, the power of the gun or the power of the suit. And that'll be it. I'll have some glowing on the suit. I'll have some glowing on the tube, my backpack. I didn't want to get one of those massive jug jars because they're just too big, and I want to walk around too, outside and inside. And, this thing is perfect. It's not even that big. I mean, I used all the water in it. I mean, I was drinking water for like 2 days just to get rid of it so I could start using it. But a whole bunch of materials. I mean, I still have a few things I want to get. I want to get another one of these tubes, these light, this light cord with the LEDs. Could use one more of those. And I probably could use something for my knees or my shoulders. But I think after when I do this fabric, and especially if I have some extra material with this, once I cut these pieces out, I might be able to do something. But I've already spent enough money with all this. I should be able to do it. Oh, and I forgot to mention that I have these mats here, which are great. I'm going to use some of them because my son is going to be wrestling, so I can roll around with him and practice some moves. But one of them I'm going to use to cut up and help make the gun. And just going to use a little freeze gun, and so that stuff is rubbery, and you can cut it up and then use some duct tape to seal it up, and then plaster dip. And then since this is black, I'll do a little dry brushing to make it look metallic. So that is the before, and we will take a look and see what the after is. After, also with some white makeup, maybe some blue lipstick. I can't believe I'm saying that, but yeah, I'm going to wear some blue lipstick just to make it look like I'm cold. And hopefully you guys like what you see and you don't think this is too silly. But you know, hey, that's what Halloween is. It's an opportunity to dress up and have a lot of fun. If you don't do it all year round on your own, well, this is a great reason to do it, and you're never too old to have this kind of fun. And my wife is into it too, so I get to hang out with Poison Ivy and the Riddler. Hopefully my son will have some good riddles for us. Hope you like it. If you have any suggestions, please feel free to post them into the comments. And of course, I'm going to be posting more Warhammer fantasy scenarios from End Times and a lot of other stuff. So please feel free to subscribe and follow this stuff, and have a great day.